Today's topic is writing prompts. If you've got 5 minutes, I've got 5 tips to help you to use them to their best advantage. One thing I've noticed is that writers seem to be of one of two minds about writing prompts. Either they absolutely love them or they loathe them. They hate them. They think they're the worst thing that ever happened to writing. Now, you know what a writing prompt is. Writing prompts are those little ubiquitous snippets of information or lines that are posted on various websites, hundreds and thousands of websites that have writing prompts, and they're written for everybody from kindergartners to people in MFA programs and everyone in between. They might be those snippets of writing, but they can also be photos, or they can be pieces of music, or they can be videos. There are 2 questions. Are they helpful to you? And how can you use them to their best advantage? Well, here are 5 tips to help you use them. Tip number 1, focus on using writing prompts as writing practice, not as a starting point for your next great novel or story or magazine piece. What you write on a regular basis ought to be based on your own passions, not on a snippet that somebody has told you should write about. Don't necessarily expect writing prompts to spark your imagination, but the fact of the matter is, if you start writing on one that interests you slightly, you might actually find that it does spark something, perhaps something different, as the writing goes along. Tip number 2, use a prompt when you're stuck in a project. And I don't mean use that prompt for the project, but use it as a way to step away from the project. As I've mentioned in previous videos, that it's useful for you to have more than one project going at a time, so that if you get stuck in one, that you can move to the other one and usually come back with fresh eyes to your original project. But if you don't have more than one project going at the same time, a writing prompt can be a really helpful way to step away into something different, write for a while, practice your writing, and then come back with those fresh eyes. Tip number 3, you can use writing prompts to relax away from your main project. Some writers set up themselves to use a writing prompt every day, for example, as a writing ritual, as a way to get warmed up for the day's writing. Or you might think of it as every week, at the end of a writing week, that you'll use one to cool yourself down, or use one to rev yourself up at the beginning of a week. Choose how you will use them, but use them as a relaxation. Tip number 4, try different kinds of prompts. There are websites full of lines that will often direct you to write about something in particular. For example, the prompt might say, "What's for breakfast?" and direct you to write about your breakfast. Well, that's one kind of writing prompt, but there are many others and many other more creative approaches to writing prompts. Better ones present you with the beginnings of a mini story to get you writing. But you can also use photos, you can use artwork, you can use audio recordings, or you could use mini videos. Moonlight Press channel has a variety of micro mini movies that are inspiration snips that should inspire you to write, to prompt you to write a story about what you see and what you hear in more of a multimedia experience. I'll link it up here above my head so that you will be able to go and have a look. Tip number 5, have fun with writing prompts. Don't take these writing prompts too seriously. Think of them as fun diversions from your regular writing. And these diversions shouldn't have any writing or publishing consequences for you. That should make them much more fun. So go and have a look at those Moonlight Press prompts and have some fun with your cross writing. Talk to you next time. Subscribe to Write, Fix, Repeat. And maybe I can help you improve your writing knowledge and skills. 5 tips at a time.